Welcome to Become a Java Full Stack Developer with React and Spring Boot, the course where you will go from Hello World to Hello Job Offer. Whether you are a student or a developer or someone who just Google how to get paid well in IT, you are in the right place. Let's talk about why full stack is awesome apart from sounding cool at parties. Full stack developers are like the Swiss army knives of software. When you become a full stack developer, you can build the backend, front end, and still have time to name your variables properly. Okay, maybe you may not have that free much time, but you can be assured of one thing: your full stack development skills will be in high demand with high salary and low boredom. As a developer, what more can you ask for? Whether you are building a e-commerce app, social network, or the next food delivery unicorn, full stack is where the magic happens. I know you may have $1 million question on what we will learn inside this course. Let me walk you through the agenda of this course. Inside this course, on the UI side, we're going to leverage React library. I'm going to assume you have zero knowledge on React. That's why we're going to start with the React basics like React components, what is JSX code inside React. Once we are clear about the React basics, we're also going to learn on how to style our React components by using Tailwind CSS. These days, Tailwind is the trending CSS framework. That's why we're going to use the same inside our course as well. Apart from Tailwind, I'm also going to give brief explanation on how to style your React components by using vanilla CSS and Bootstrap as well. We're also going to explore advanced React concepts like React events, React hooks, React routing, and state management with the help of React context and Redux libraries. This is all the story on the UI side. Moving on to the backend side. On the backend, we're going to use Spring and Spring Boot frameworks to build our backend application. These are the most commonly used frameworks inside the Java ecosystem. If you are aspiring to become a successful Java full stack developer, then I strongly recommend you learning these frameworks because many real enterprise applications like Netflix, they use Spring and Spring Boot to a great extent. On the backend side, I'm also going to assume that you have a zero knowledge on Spring and Spring Boot framework. That's why we're going to discuss all the basics around Spring framework, like what is inversion of control, dependency injection, what are Spring beans, how to perform the auto wiring, what are the bean scopes. Once we are clear with the basics of Spring, we're also going to explore Spring Boot, which is one of the famous projects in the Spring ecosystem. With the help of Spring Boot, we're going to build REST APIs, we're going to perform the backend validations, global exception handling, auditing, logging, caching. Since database is also a required component to store the data inside backend application, we're also going to explore on how to use various database like H2 database, MySQL database in a Spring Boot backend application. We're going to take help from Spring Data JPA project in the Spring ecosystem. Using this project only, we're going to write all the database interacting logic. Apart from building a plain backend web application, we're also going to focus on how to secure our backend REST APIs and backend business logic by using Spring Security Framework. In the same process, we're also going to explore security concepts like CORS, CSRF, authentication, authorization, and JART tokens. Throughout this course, we're going to use various tools like Visual Studio Code, IntelliJ IDEA, Maven, Lombok, DTO pattern. As we are going to develop an e-commerce web application throughout this course, we're also going to integrate our application with a payment gateway by using Stripe. Wherever possible, we are going to leverage Docker to set up the required components like MySQL database. I hope you're clear with this agenda. As a next step, let me show you a glimpse of the e-commerce application that we are going to build throughout this course. We are going to build a fictional e-commerce application with the name Easy Stickers. With the help of this e-commerce application, we will try to sell various stickers that the developers they can stick onto their laptops. Inside this application, there will be a home page. All these products will be loaded from the backend database by integrating this UI application with a Spring Boot backend application. There will be a search functionality on this home page. Apart from search, users can also sort the products based upon popularity or based upon the price as well. This website, it is also going to have a dark mode, which we are going to build with the help of Tailwind CSS. Apart from home page, there will be some public pages like about, contact, login, cart, which can be accessed by the end users without any security. From the home page, we're also giving a flexibility to add a sticker to the cart. If I click on this add to cart, The product will be added to the cart. Apart from this product summary page, we are also going to build a product detail page. For example, if I click on this product, I'll be taken to this product detail page where the end user can see how this sticker is going to look like in detail. Here they also have an option to increase the quantity and click on this add to cart. When the user feels like he's ready to place an order, the user can either click on this view cart button or on this cart icon. Let me click on this icon, which will take the user to this cart page. Inside this page, the user is going to have an option to either change the quantity or delete the products based upon his requirements. As soon as the end user click on this proceed to checkout, he will be forced to log in into the system, because in order to accept an order, we need address details of the user and we should also accept the payment as well. That's why we are going to force the end user to log in. Once the end user entered his credentials by entering his username and some password, the user will be landed onto the checkout page. This checkout page we are going to build by integrating with the Stripe. For our testing purpose, we are going to use some dummy card details. By entering these dummy card details, the end user can place an order. As soon as I click on this pay now, the payment is going to be processed behind the scenes and we are going to display a successful message. The user can also see his profile details and the orders that he has placed by going into this orders page. At last, we're also going to give an option to the logout as well. Apart from normal user flow, we're also going to build admin functionality as well. When an admin is going to log in into this application, we're going to provide some extra privileges by enforcing authentication and authorization with the help of Spring Security Framework. We're going to secure our web application just like how a real enterprise application is going to be secured. In order to understand the concepts that we're going to discuss inside this course, you should have some basic knowledge on Java, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Apart from this technical knowledge, you should also have a willingness to learn and break things. By making mistakes and debugging the code, you're going to learn a lot. Throughout this course, we're going to make a lot of mistakes. From the same mistakes, we're going to enhance our application step by step. You may also need a good laptop which does not cry when you open all the tools like IntelliJ, VS Code, Docker. From my side, I recommend to have a laptop that has at least 8 GB RAM. All the concepts that we are going to discuss inside this course, I try to explain with the beautiful presentations. These are the few of the presentations that I'm going to discuss throughout this course. Sometimes to understand a complex topic, we need a visual representation, then only it is going to be more clear for you. I'm also going to share all these presentations with you so that you can always refer them in future to quickly brush up the concepts that we're going to discuss throughout this course. I'm also going to share the code that we're going to discuss through a GitHub repo. If you're still wondering if this course is right for you, Udemy got your back with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Try the course, explore the content, even binge watch it like Netflix. If you don't like it, get a full refund, no questions asked. I'm going to add few of the preview lectures, look at them and take a decision. If you're serious about becoming a full stack developer, this course is your launchpad. You will learn hands-on by building a real project using real tools and gaining real confidence. So go ahead, hit that enroll now button and let's start this awesome journey together. See you inside.